Hello everyone. สวัสดีค่ะ. 신짜오. 니하오. 안녕하세요. konnichiwa. よろしくお願いします. I'm Teresa Hanaoka, Somatic Experiencing Internationally faculty member. Nice to meet you all. Today I would like to introduce fantastic trauma resolution modality called Somatic Experiencing. Somatic means the body, and experiencing is that here and now what you are experiencing with your body. It's an interesting naming, and I will explain why. Somatic experiencing was created by Dr. Peter Levine in more than 30 years ago. And it's been introduced to 50 some countries by 2024. And I am the first Japanese SE faculty and also the second SE faculty in Asian region. I would like to introduce SE to Asian countries. So I'm really excited to have SE training with you in your own country. I am going to share the PowerPoint. So I will discuss what somatic experiencing is. And I will see. So this is who I am, partly. I have studied anthropology, health psychology, and touch and its physiological effect in trauma at graduate school. I have PhD in academic. And also I am a licensed psychologist and certified supervisory health psychologist by Japanese Society of Health Psychology. So this is my family, and also these are the pictures that I am teaching in various parts of the world. I have done co-teaching of SE in Czech, and also I have been offering supervision to Korean community, and also I teach SE in Japan. So these are the books I translated into Japanese, mainly by Dr. Peter Levine and Dr. Porges, and things related to the polyvagal theory. And also those two books have been very successful. One, which I wrote, is in its fourth printing. It's going to be translated into Korean and Chinese. And also one of the books about the sexual violence in Japan and the amendment of the criminal law was broadcasted in 2022 by Nihon Hoso Kyokai NHK, the Japanese government-owned public TV station. And this is a fantastic book. I strongly recommend you to read The Waking the Tiger. And this is the picture of the Japanese version of it. So, Dr. Peter Levine observed wild animals, and he figured out why people get trauma and wild animals don't. And this somatic experiencing is NASA proven. NASA is American, space development department. And in the space in which there is no gravity, the muscles become weak, among the astronauts. And when entering the atmosphere, astronauts experience huge shock, and SE concepts were used to save astronauts from being traumatized. So this is a NASA-proven skills. And this is Dr. Peter Levine. We met several times, and I just met him in October 2024. I unpacked some of his demo for a large audience and we had great time. And Peter is such a sweet person. He is really genius about creating this modality. So Peter observed wild animals. Wild animals are in danger every minute of life, but they're not traumatized. For example, no zebra has ever said, "Ever since the lion chased me that day, I can't taste anything I eat. I can't fall asleep at night." When they face life threat, they flee for their lives, run away, and when they become relatively safe, they graze again. Why do human beings have PTSD then? So Peter says trauma is not an event. Trauma is an incomplete self-protective reaction in the body. And it's not a cognitive process of understanding how dangerous an event is. Even if you tell them it's safe now, hypervigilance is not cured. A client says, "I understand it's over, but I'm still feeling terrible." So somatic approach is needed. Even if we try to change ideas, we can not. But if we approach to the body, we can change the whole thing. When traumatized animals go into freeze state, I will show you a video. And in savannah, a cheetah caught a gazelle and she's going to eat it. But hyena comes and try to get that gazelle. Gazelle is in freeze, and while cheetah and when cheetah and hyena are sort of negotiating, arguing, the gazelle comes out of freeze and flee away. So no bloodshed. This is not a scary movie. It's interesting. So hyena comes and wants that, gazelle. He wants to eat it. Cheetah had to give up. And look, this gazelle's legs. It looks really dead. But now cheetah comes back. They're fighting. Then look at the gazelle. The gazelle comes out of freeze. So this is the freeze state that mammals, fall into when they face life threat. And this is a natural process. And oftentimes traumatized people stay in freeze or, stay in really in hypervigilant state. Once their nerve system is stuck on, they experience anxiety, panic attacks, insomnia, they can't relax, hypervigilance, cardiovascular problems, inability to regulate emotions, many things will come up. And when they are stuck on off, in freeze, like a gazelle, depression, dysphoria state, apathy, lack of motivation, low energy, chronic fatigue, disorientation, dissociation, syndromes, chronic pain, low blood pressure, indigestion, dizziness, tinnitus, and other things will happen. So this is all about the nervous state and physiology. So repeated toxic stress affects the autonomic nervous system and affects the central nervous system. And hippocampal atrophy or hypersensitivity of the amygdala will happen. This is actually the state that people are traumatized and stay traumatized. So how shall we negotiate with the trauma? This is what Peter is teaching through SE. We slow everything down because it happened all sudden, too much, too fast, too soon. And we make it Make it into small pieces and handle one by one. And feel the resources here and now that were not there then when people got traumatized. And changing the nerve system pattern to a robust one. It's not listening to the story and comfort them. We do that, but what is more important is change the nerve system pattern to make it even stronger. So SE has various effective tools to intervene safely without overwhelming. Resources, orientation, pendulation, titration, work with the procedural memories. Once you come to the training, I can share so much more details how to work on it, but today it's just an idea what I would teach, especially during the beginning level training. So what we are trying to do is to change nervous system patterns from depression to embracing, run away, fight, and feel okay. If people always stuck on off feeling depressed or stuck on off being hypervigilant, it's difficult to offer psychotherapy. So we need to work on the nerve system. And what we would like to achieve is a whole new perception of self and the world. When you are traumatized, you feel terrible about yourself, and the world looks really cruel or indifferent. But once you work on your trauma and feel better, and your nervous system patterns change, and then you can get a whole new perspective. World is not absolutely safe, but relatively safe. It's relatively okay, and you are fine. So you get a new whole perception. And SE works. SE is an evidence-based trauma healing modality. SE can be used to treat various trauma, shock trauma, war, terrorism, torture, crime, sexual violence, natural disaster, and emotional trauma, attachment disorder, developmental trauma, and social cultural trauma, and transgenerational trauma. In Asia, we have experienced wars and all kinds of violence and pain and sorrow, and still natural disasters are happening, and crime, sexual violence, and terrorism. We all have fear for that as well. And SE can be applied to various types of trauma because we work on the nerve system. Everyone has nerve system. That's why SE works. And Peter talks about post-traumatic growth and post-traumatic wisdom. You may heard about the kintsugi art. Once a porcelain bowl is shattered, you use gold to put it together. So the ball has transformed. So it doesn't go back to the original state, but it achieves a new state of new work of art. So broken is beautiful. That's where wisdom is born. And we stay in social engagement. Then we can make a powerful conversion of meaning that I was completely shattered. Now I can do it. Now I'm a new piece of, art. So Peter has created wonderful modality, and that has been around over 30 years in, mainly America and Europe. And SE is new in Asia. And here I am. I really, really want to spread, SE and its healing in Asian countries. So I am coming over to your place and do the training. And then you will get, international certification. You become somatic experiencing practitioner. It takes 3 years to get the certificate. 12 days each year, total 3 years. And it's a long journey, but we need that time to change our own nervous state and effectively present somatic experiencing healing to our people. I'm very happy that I studied SC because I'm much healthier and I'm much happier. My whole life changed. So I really want to bring this blessing to you. I am looking forward to working with you. And we have a wonderful local organizer and they will, reach you. So stay in touch. See you in the training. Thank you. ありがとう. Okay.